Okay, hello guys. Welcome to a webinar. This is basically a webinar that will show you how to build a mobile application in 30 minutes, right? So this particular webinar is going to be anchored by Jacobs. Jacob is going to join us very soon. So we're going to wait for a couple of minutes just for us to have everyone else on the session. Okay, let's just give like a couple of minutes for everyone to actually join. Okay, SK Hasib, I've actually seen your message here on the comment section. Yeah, I'm going to try as much as possible to complete it, right? I've actually been super occupied. Okay, I hope you don't get to panic on that. Yeah, and then you mentioned something about how to add custom message for Firebase sign up and login. Custom message. Error message for Firebase sign up. Okay, are you trying to ask, let's say you try to log in uh, into your application, going through the entire authentication process, and then there's an error, how to show the error message? SK Hasib, is that what you're asking? Okay, so we're going to start. Okay, all right. I think I understand what you're saying now, Hasib. All right, so we're going to talk about that as well. Like, you're in log, we're going to talk about that here in the tutorial. All right, let me just quickly set up every single thing so we can start. All right, so let me set up Firebase. Let me just get access to it so I will be able to create a new project, and then we can talk about it quickly. Meanwhile, thanks for your patience so far. Uh, yeah, so we're going to start like right now. Okay, SK Hasib, I've heard you. It's okay, you're welcome. Let me see. I just want to set up my uh, Firebase just to be sure that everything is good. I need to be sure that I can set up a new project. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna start right now. Okay, so first of all, thank you for joining the session, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the session. Let me just drop a final message to the other community we have on WhatsApp so that they can also know when they can actually join. Okay, so we're going to work on a mobile application, right? It's just going to be a basic mobile application just for the whether they can whether it's actually possible to, build a mobile application without writing a single line of code. All right. So yes, someone asked the question. Uh, Someone asked a lot of questions here. It's like the person was really waiting for this webinar. Okay, so SK Hasib sent these. Okay, and okay, so he said it's an error message for Firebase. Okay, and someone asked if I'm going to be using Flutter Flow. Yes, I'm going to be talking about Flutter Flow. And for this particular one, right? So he's saying iOS mobile application. So you can't download iOS app like the way you would download an APK file from Flutter Flow. You have to first of all publish it to App Store, and then from there people can have access to it, right? So yeah, Tribe of Enoch, welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah, Eben GH, thank you very much. You've been a very big time supporter. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're not going to be doing so much of very hardcore things like in this particular tutorial, right? It's just a webinar. We're just going to talk about, some interesting things, right? And yeah, someone is asking this very important question. David, I have a question. Does Flutterflow have a good future? I mean, in terms of especially hunting for jobs. So I'm going to be introducing you to something like super exciting towards the end of this webinar, right? So it's not just about showing you how to build a mobile application. We've already done that. So many persons that have joined this session, there's a huge possibility that you already know what I'm about doing, right? There's a huge possibility that you already know what I'm about doing. Okay, then we're going to just do something like super exciting quickly. Okay, so so before I continue, right, before I continue the main session, I would like to invite Jacobs. Jacobs is going to be our anchor for this webinar, right? So it's going to be like super difficult for me to handle the uh, uh, building the application and introducing you to all the things that I will be introducing you to. So that's why we have Jacobs here and Emmanuel Jacobs. So he's going to help introduce this particular session to everyone, and then we'll see how to move from there. All right. So Jacobs, I'm adding you to the stream. Welcome. Good to have you here.
All right, thank you so much. Grateful. So, good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to be on your screen this evening. So, today we want to see how to build web and mobile applications without coding. And when I tell a couple of people that this is actually possible, they are like, how exactly can one be able to build web and mobile applications without coding? So in today's session, we are going to take you through the whole process within 30 minutes, right? So I believe you are quite excited to be part of this live stream. I mean, you are going to be learning how to build web and mobile applications without coding in real time. So you are just going to see what exactly you need to do, right, in order to be able to achieve this. And toward the end of today's session, if you stay till the end, you are actually going to be going home with some bonuses, right? So that is why you don't need to miss out on um, any segment of this live stream. So, and also, I like you to pay 100% attention and make sure nothing is distracting you. If possible, you can plug in your headphones, and if possible, you can just leave. If you are actually amongst some people that are discussing, you can just isolate yourself so that you'll be able to give your 100 attention to whatever it is you are going to be learning today. Yes, so it's going to be quite an interesting session. So yes, I have to see how to invite others to be a part of this as well. So before we start, I'd like you to comment where you are streaming from in the comments below. Comment where you are streaming from. Let us know where you are streaming from in the comments below. Comment where you are streaming from. I'm streaming from Ekiti, Nigeria, right? So what country are you? What state are you? Let us know in the comments below. Comment where you are streaming from. We want to know where you are streaming from, and possibly you can also tell us your name. Right, so I'm waiting. Kindly comment where you are streaming from. Comment where you are streaming from. Um, David, I don't think I'm able to see. Okay. Festus is streaming from Namibia. Right, Ronas is streaming from Ibadan, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. Oleg is streaming from USA. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. In name Jerome is streaming from Uyo, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Kelvin, coming from Benin City, Nigeria. Awesome. Tribe of Enoch. Thank you. I'm super excited to have you in today's live stream. Super amazing. Muyudin is streaming from Abuja. Right. Everton is streaming from Brazil. Alfred is streaming from Enugu, Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Ali, streaming from Pakistan. Awesome. Blessing Pam, I can see you. Blessing is streaming from Uyo. Thank you. I'm just finished streaming from Mr. Nabolo, Nigeria, and it's streaming from Akwa Ibom State. Beautiful. I love the energy, guys. I love the energy. Osman is streaming from Uganda. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the response. I like hosting webinars that is very interactive, right? So I don't like a webinar where maybe only the host is the one talking from beginning to the end, right? So it's going to be quite an interesting session. And also, we are going to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions when it's time. And like I promised earlier, we are going to give you something valuable at the end of this webinar, right? So that is why you need to make sure you stay till the end. And also, I like you to invite as many as possible. Just hit on the share button, copy the link, post it on your WhatsApp status, and invite your family and friends, because we are about to share something that is quite valuable, and you don't have to keep this to yourself alone. So make sure you invite as many as possible. Invite as many as you can to be a part of this once in a lifetime opportunity. Invite as many as you can. Invite your family and friends to join us now. Then also, for the people that are joining us from our no code WhatsApp group, I'm going to open the group chat now. Just go to the WhatsApp and type fire emoji on the group in order to alert other people to about this particular webinar, right? So just hit on the share button and share it to your family and friends. And if you are from the no code WhatsApp group, go to the group now and type fire emoji. I'm actually going to open the group chat right now. So go to the group and put up some fire emoji on the group as we are about to start. The group is open. Go to the group, type fire emoji. Go to the group and type fire emoji so that everybody will be notified that we are live at the moment. Go to the group and type fire emoji. Please, if you have shared this link on your WhatsApp group, if you have invited people, I hope more people will discover this great channel if they really are beginners and want to learn Flutter Flow. Yeah, I mean, this could be achievable if you can also help us spread the news, right? Help us spread the gospel by hitting on the share button and send a link to your family and friends. Send the link to your family and friends, post it on your WhatsApp status, post it on different Facebook groups you belong, post it on different WhatsApp groups that you belong. Share the live stream link across all social media platforms. So if you've been able to share it, please just comment done in the comments below. Comment done in the comments below. If you shared it, comment done. And if you've typed fire emoji on the WhatsApp group, also comment done. Right? We need as many people as possible to be a part of this, and that is why we want to take the time to do everything necessary to bring as many people as possible. So comments done if you are done with sharing of the link. Comment done. Type the word done in the comments below. If you have shared the link, comment done. If you have typed fire emoji on the WhatsApp group, comment done. Comment done, comment done, comment done. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting for your comments. Type the word done once you are able to share the link. Type done, and if you've type fire emoji on the WhatsApp group, also comment the word done. Comment done in the comments below. Can you hear me? I hope I'm not speaking to myself. Let's make this lively. Let us make it lively. Let us make it lively. Comment done in the comments below. And if you have commented fire emoji on the WhatsApp group, kindly comment done as well. Go to the WhatsApp group and type fire emoji. Go to the WhatsApp group and type fire emoji. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, at the end of this session, some people are asking how they can join the WhatsApp group. At the end, we are going to let you know how to be a part of the community. Yes, thank you. David, can you bring to the screen the people that have commented done? Let's publicly appreciate them. Right.
Yes, yes,
Oleg,
I
thank you
am
so
doing them
much.
now.
Thank you, Solomon. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Like, I'm grateful. Thank you, Biodun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Adeyemi. Thank you, Muyudin Saka. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Asid, thank you so much for making this live stream go viral. Thank you, Skileti. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you, Sebasi SCN. Thank you, my people. Thank you, my people. I'm super excited and so much grateful that you have contributed to today's um, live webinar success. So I think we are good to go. We are going to start already. And like I promised earlier, that we want to show you how you can build web and mobile applications within 30 minutes. Yes, you heard me right. Within 30 minutes, you should you should be able to finish up an application, right? So this is something you can do, and this is something you can do to make thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. And we have a training that is actually going to guide you at the end. Thank you, Mr. David. Thank you. Oh, sorry, Muyudin. Okay. So at the end of this live webinar, you are going to get some freebies, right, for being a part of this webinar. So make sure you stay till the end and don't let anything distract you, because we might ask some questions and we need you to give answers. And if you didn't follow up, you might really not know what response to give. And also, in the course of today's training or webinar, you might a question might just drop your mind, and in order for you not to forget when we finally give the time for you to ask, just put it on a paper or maybe just type it somewhere so that Once we give an opportunity for you to ask questions, you will be able to know the right question to ask. Right. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over the mic to David to take us on how we could achieve or build web and mobile applications within 30 minutes. So over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I'm super excited about how you handled the entire session. Thank you so much for being here to help us understand what we're doing. And to everyone, thank you very much for creating time out of your very busy schedule to learn, right? And so we're going to start like right now. So I'm going to just go ahead and share my screen, and then we can start immediately. So I'm presenting my screen right now. Presenting my entire screen. So this particular webinar, you're going to learn how to build a mobile application without writing a single line of code. And it's going to be the most basic of all applications, but it's just to actually help you understand that it's very, very possible to build a mobile application without writing a single line of code. Traditionally, for you to build a mobile application, you have to know how to write codes. Either you are using Flutter and Google Dart programming language, or you're using Python, or you're using any other programming language, and you have to spend months and months to understand how to write codes that can help you build this mobile application. But so much of that has changed because now we have Flutter Flow, and Flutter Flow is one of the most powerful no-code instruments that uh, you know developers of this age and generation are now using to build mobile application. They are using it to build web application without writing a single line of code. And today and tonight, we're going to be talking about how to use this wonderful tool to build a mobile application. So if you don't have an account, you just have to go ahead and click start for free and then sign in. And when you do that, you will be presented with a dashboard like this. Okay. And with that dashboard, you'll be able to see an icon that says create new. And so we're just going to go ahead and create a new project, totally new project. So I'm going to click on here and say create new. We're going to call this 30 minutes. Let's call it 30 minutes mobile app. 30 minutes app. So this is the title of the project, all right? So it's also the title of the app. This is something you can always change later. So I'm going to click on the project has to start with a letter. Okay, so let's say build at 30 minutes, build a mobile app. Okay, in 30 minutes. Well, this is a very long name for an app. Okay, but just to be very descriptive, that's why we're using this. Build a mobile app in 30 minutes. So we're going to click to create blank. We're not going to be using a template at first. Then we will later on we'll have to use some basic templates. Okay, so this is basically what you see. This is the project name, this is the package name, and then you can actually decide whether you want your application to have the light mode or the dark mode. Okay, so here we're just leaving at the light mode. And then you can also decide whether you want to be able to enable web. We will do all of these things later. But now the very first process is for us to set up our Firebase. Now, what is Firebase, right? Every single application has like two parts, right? So we have the front end and the back end. So the front end is like what you see, and the back end is basically what happens when you interact with the application. So when you click a button that says sign up, when you click a button that says get started, what happens? So now those are like the concept that has to do with the back end. Okay. So and for you to be able to build a fully functional application, you have to have some sort of storage, some sort of platform that helps you handle authentication, that will help you store the application's data, all right, so that you can actually retrieve it. By you, I mean for your users to be able to retrieve it. So if they create an account today, they don't need to create an account again later. All right, they just need to sign in with an existing data that is already found in the database. And in this case, we're going to be using Firebase as our database, as our storage, as our means of authentication of our application. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and click on next step. And then here, you need to put your Firebase Firebase project ID. It's very important because without you doing this, you won't be able to set up Firebase for this mobile application built within Flutterflow. Okay, so we are going to head to console.firebase.google.com, and then from there you will be able to. I think I should just show you how I got here. So let's just say firebase.com, and it's going to take me straight to firebase.google.com. Then you click on console. When you click on console, it will bring you here. So here we're going to give the project a name. So let's just say 30 minutes, 30 minute mobile app. So we're going to be a little bit fast just to get this right. So we have here, I'm going to click on continue. And this is where it's asking you whether you want to include Google Analytics in your Firebase project. Well, this is a test project, and I wouldn't like to waste the resources for Firebase for Google Analytics. So I'll just turn it off. You can leave it turned on actually. So I just go ahead and click on create project, wait for a couple of seconds so that I will be able to have my Firebase project created. And don't forget why we are here. We are here because while trying to connect our Firebase project with our Flutterflow project, it is asking us for a Firebase project ID. So for us to get a Firebase project ID, we have to go ahead and then set up our Firebase project itself. And then from there, we can have the Firebase project ID. So I'll click on continue here and then wait for a couple of seconds. It's going to navigate to another page. I think that's a glitch. Okay, yeah, it's loading. Okay, so here I have my Firebase project, and all I just need to do is click on here and click on project settings, and then I will be able to see my project ID. This is my project ID. Okay, so I'll just copy my project ID. All right, and then I will go back here and say, just paste it there. I'll go ahead and click on connect, but we are going to run into an error because it says here Flutterflow does not have access to this Firebase account. Please add Firebase, add flutterflow.io as an editor. What that simply means is we have to come back to our Firebase project, go to users and permissions, still under settings, all right? And then we're going to click on add member, and then we're going to say Flutterflow, all right? Sorry, Firebase at Flutterflow.io, okay? And then here we just change it to editor and done in add member. Now this way we have now given Firebase access to our Flutterflow project, and so everything can begin to work seamlessly. So I'll click on connect, and now it's connected. It says success. All right. Then we need to go ahead and do auto-generate config files. There's some small tiny bits of data and files that is needed for your application to run smoothly. So I'll click here and say generate files. And then in a few seconds, all right, we will be able to have our application running smoothly. All right, so it's currently generating the configuration files that is needed to make our application run properly. Okay, so this normally takes under a minute. Okay, we're done with that. Now we want Firebase to handle authentication for us. So we're going to go ahead and click on enable authentication. And we're also going to go ahead and say, I want you to create the user collection for me. I'm so lazy, so just create the user collection for me. And so we turn on that. And in every application, right, we have like a screen where the user should be able to see before they are logged into the application, right? And that's the page that is called the entry page. And then we also have another screen that is called the logged in page, which is the page that the user gets to see after they've been able to authenticate themselves into the application by providing their username or their email and then their password, correct details. So here we're going to click and say entry page. We're going to just go ahead and use we can either use a blank page, but right now I want us to use let's see how we can use something. Let's come here and see if I can find something simple. All right, so for here I'm going to use a template, right, for our login, like our sign up and login page. Okay, so I think I can use this is create account login. I wouldn't like to really be confused about what to choose. So let's go here and say add this. So I tapped on that and say my theme. All right, so I will call these my login screen. All right, let's just call it login, and then I'll click on create page. Then for the logged in page, we need to just go ahead and do what? We need to go ahead and look for, let's go to settings, for instance. All right, right? I need a template that I can use to show the user as soon as they've created an account. And so here, I'm just going to wait to, I need just one simple settings. Something like this will work, but if I can find something that looks like a dashboard, it would even be way better. So I don't have a lot of details here. So let's see. I think I prefer what I saw here. Let's use this. So I'm going to click on that. I will call these home. All right. So this is going to be like the page that the user gets to see after they've authenticated themselves successfully. So I can go ahead and click on start building now. Our application is very close to being ready. All right. So the reason here is I'm not going to go into detail to just show you how to create this UI from scratch. All right. Because that would defeat the purpose of the end purpose of this particular tutorial. I just want you to understand that, first of all, it's possible to build mobile application without writing codes, and it's possible to do it within Flutter Flow, and it's simple. And then from there, later on, Mr. Emmanuel Jacobs will introduce you to the course that we have for you. And then as well, with the special offer, which is we're going to show you eventually how to actually make some revenue out of your skill as a mobile app developer, a no-code developer. So let's go ahead. Let's change this thing from brand.ai to 30 minutes app. So I just click here and then change it from what it was before to 30 minutes app. So this is the title of our application. And then the next thing I need to quickly do here is when the user clicks on this, it shows them here to log in, right? And then here is for them to create an account, okay? So let's go ahead and just set it up quickly. So the first thing we need to do is look at the errors. So it says here we have an error. So authentication action. Auth action has improperly set confirm password. Okay, so we will find a way to fix this particular error. Okay. Then the next thing we need to check out is our warning. So Firestore rules not deployed. So let's go ahead and deploy our Firestore rules. So we'll just go ahead and click, and then it will bring us here. So we'll just go ahead and deploy Firestore rules. It's very important. So it says here, it looks like you haven't used Cloud Firestore in this project. Well, that's true. We haven't used it because all we just did was create a Firebase project. We did not go ahead and create a storage in our Firebase project. So let's go back to Firebase. So here is our Firebase. And so we click on build. There are two things we're going to do, actually three things. So the first thing is going to be to click on authentication and tell it how we want our users to be authenticated in the application. So I clicked on that. And then the next thing I need to do is choose the mode of authentication, right? So there are different ways you want your users to authenticate. So first of all, I'll just go ahead and click on get started. And when I click on get started, I will be able to see the different ways my users can actually get themselves authenticated. So I want them to authenticate via email or password. So I'll turn it on by enabling it, and I'll save it, and I'll hold on. Okay. So the next thing that I need to do is I can click here and say I want them to also be authenticated via Google. Okay, this is going to like take a longer time to set up that, but let's just use just email and password. Okay. And then the next thing I need to do is come here to Firestore database. So that's found under build inside your Firebase project. And then here, I'm going to see how to set up my Firestore database. It's very simple. You just have to click on the button that says create database. You don't have to do anything. It will ask you to choose a location. You can leave it at the default location. So I can, okay, this didn't give me, okay, give me a default location. And then database ID, it's default. So I think a lot of things has changed, right? So I think Firebase have updated the application a lot. Okay, so we'll click on here. It's asking us whether we want to use in production mode or test mode. Well, this is a test application, so why not start in test mode? So I'll click on enable, and then here the application is being fully enabled, like the Firestore database is being enabled. And then the next thing we need to do after this is done is for us to go ahead and turn on storage, because without that, we won't be able to have a fully functional application. So remember, the very first process is set up your authentication. Well, come here first and get your product ID and set up your Flutter Flow project with your product ID. Then set up your authentication. Then turn on your Firestore database. The last one is for you to turn on your storage. So you click on storage, still under build, all right? And then you will see here, it says get started. And we will start here in test mode, and we will say next. And then we will say done. Now, when this is completely done, right, it's currently creating a default bucket. And when it's done, we will be able to fix that error that we had here, which is deploying file store rules. In fact, let's go ahead and click on this now. It's going to allow us to set it up. So it tells us to deploy. So I click here to deploy. And in a very short time, it's going to tell me deployed. Perfect. Now we are done with that. If you come back here, okay, this is still setting up. Don't worry, it's going to finish up very soon. Okay, it's complete. So now we can go back to our application. We don't have warnings anymore, but we have one error. And so the application we're building here is just going to be an application where your user can just create an account or log in and see a message that says, welcome, then it mentions the email. Really simple stuff. Then I'll show you how to download the APK file, all right, how to even publish it to the web. And then from there, you will be introduced to more things that you can learn by Manuel Jacobs. Okay, so what are we going to do here? The next thing we're going to do here is to look at what is happening here. Now, for a user to create an account, they need to provide an email address, yes. They need to provide a password, yes. And they need to click on a button. When they click on a button, that's when the backend begins to work, all right? So this is where they type, and this is where they click to authenticate themselves, like create an account. So Flutterflow has something called actions, right? Actions allows you to, create some sort of response. Like when a user does something, what should happen? What is their response? Okay. And so this is where we can go ahead and click here to add an action. And then the next thing we're going to do simply is we're going to, okay, so the thing is this, we had already used the template. So it had already provided us with a lot of default things here. And we're going to use it here just because we don't have a lot of time. It's going to be actually very complex to build an application in 30 minutes without using so much of these templates. But in the course that you will be introduced to by Manuel Jacobs, you will learn how to do these things from scratch. All right. And so the next thing we're going to do here is just look at what is happening. So here on the action, when the user does what? When the user taps on this button, it runs the authentication creation process. It uses the email as the provider, all right? And then it is accepting the email field for email address, all right? And then it's also taking password here. Now, this particular one is where it's asking us for confirm password. So what I'm going to just do here is click this. Let me just do this. Okay, let me see what to do. I will just go ahead and say duplicate. So I'm duplicating this field. And so this is going to be for confirm password. So I'll come over here and rename it to confirm password. All right. So let's just say confirm password. Okay. So confirm password. So the user types here and types here. All right. So we can click on get started. And then we can go ahead and then click here and say, okay, so here is the field. All right. Let me see. This is the password field. Let's rename this to confirm password. Okay, so I'm renaming the widget. So the way Flutterflow works is that it uses widgets. I'm renaming this, and so I'm clicking this now. I click on this, and then I see a password. It says a confirm password. So this error now is going to run away. Okay, we're not done totally. We still have another thing to do. So when the user goes ahead and clicks on this, is going to have the user is going to be able to have access to the application. So someone asked the question about how to show the user an error message. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to just quickly go ahead and click on the action flow editor and add an extra action, right? So this was the default action. Okay, it's not default per se, right? We use a template for that screen, so it already came with this. So for you to show an error, okay, so when this works, what we can do here is, let me just quickly set up a conditional action, right? So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, just copy it. Then I will click here to delete the action. And then I will set a conditional action, all right? So a conditional action. I hope the person that asked the question earlier, I think that was Hasib, is still here on the session to learn. Okay, so I'm setting up a conditional action. And then the first thing that is happening here is I'm going to say, let me see. Okay, so I think this is going to take like way more of the time that we're going to use. So I see I'm going to try to address this personally, right? I'm going to try to reach out to you later and then fix it myself, right? Because if I do it now, we're going to spend way more time than we should. So I'm going to stop the conditional action and just take it back to what it was before. Okay, so pardon me, I can't show that here. So I'm pasting back what we did before because we don't have a lot of time to do this. Okay. So what else? So here I'm just going to change it back to the confirm password, and it still has one error. So the password and confirm password tests have to be different. The password and confirm password text fields have to be different. Of course, they are different. Okay, so here we're going to say password. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Password field, confirm password field, and this is it. So the next thing we need to do is click on the login part, and then we click on the action, then we look at it. So here, the user is also going to be authenticated via email, and then we're going to be using their email address, which is the name of this text field. See it here? And then we're going to go ahead and put the password field. So this is going to be, no, this is going to be password field. Now let me change something here, otherwise we're going to have issues. Let's say a login password. Let's call this login password, just for us to be able to differentiate a lot of things. Let's call this login email address. Let's change this to login email address, and then click on the sign button. So email address is going to be login email address, and password is going to be login password. Okay, that way everything is fixed and good. And then for these, we can actually go ahead and just click on add an action, and it's already using Google as an authentication provider. And then the same thing here, this was already set by default using the template. Okay, and then we can come back here. I think everything is set for our application, right? So the next thing we need to do quickly is, if we come here to home, this is what we have, and I will just go ahead and take off a couple of things like this. Let me click on the widget tree and see what we have here. So this is a text. We can just delete this, and this is another one. We just take it off. We don't need all of these things really. We just wanted something really simple. Let's click on this, and take it off. Okay, so here is going to be the email of the person. So let's just say here email. All right. And then here, this is where we're supposed to put a photo, but we're not going to go into all of that detail. I just wanted to show you a simple example of how to build a mobile application in 30 minutes, something really fast. Okay, so here is the button for them to log out. So I'm going to add an action here, which is already there actually. So I can delete it. Let's just delete this and add it all over again. So here we add an action. We'll scroll down on tab, right? When the user tabs, we're going to say a backend database action is going to be Firestore. This is going to be Firebase authentication, and we're going to say logout. So that's how it's done. And when the user logs out, it takes the user back to the login page, the page that they see before they log in. All right, so here we're done. One more thing that is left is for us to click here and show the email of the user. So I tap on this orange icon here, and then I'll come to authenticated user and say email. So it's going to show the authenticated user email here as soon as they log in. Now we are done with that. The next thing is for us to test our application and see how it works. So I'll click on test, and then in a couple of minutes, this takes some, I think it takes about 2 minutes. So in a couple of minutes, it's going to show us the completed application, and then we can actually go ahead and test it. So the next thing that I would like us to do here really fast is for us to make it such that our application can be launched over the web. Like a user can actually get to see it. It's a mobile application, so you should be able to just like download an APK and send to your user to download, to install in the application if they are an Android user, all right? Or you go ahead and then publish it in the App Store or Play Store so that your user can actually get access to it. So, but in this case, we don't have a lot of time for that. So I will just show you how to download the application. So here it is. You can click here to view the code that makes the application run, all right? So this is the code that makes our application run. Now, it is a no-code application, but it is running by a code, right? So we should see something here. I think it's loading. Okay, yes. So these are the code that makes our application run. These are all the codes that we did not write, all right? But Flutterflow writes the code for us and makes our application run. So we have the pubspec.yaml file here, the Firestore rules, and then the indexes.json file. And then the next thing we need to just quickly look at here is, let's click on here and see, you can connect to your GitHub repository. You can download the code by just clicking this icon, and then you can also download the APK, all right? So this is where you can click to download. Now, Android, getting an Android application for the product that you've just finished building is easy, but getting the iOS version is not something that is easy because of the iOS, the operating system. It doesn't allow you to just get the file and just install on your iOS application. You just need to be able to push it first to App Store, and then users can download from there and get access to the application. So we have deployed our application on the further flow visual mode here, right? So we're just going to wait for a couple of seconds just to see the application run fully, right? So this is still loading. While we're waiting for that to finish up, we just need to go ahead and then publish to the web. So for you to publish your application to the web such that users can actually get to have access to it, we can go ahead and click on the settings here and come here to web publishing. It will tell you to enable the web support before publishing. So I'll click here and turn this on, and that's done. I'll come back here to web publishing. And then with that, this is the site's URL. So here I'll just change it to 30 minutes mobile app. So I'll just say 30 minutes uh, mobile app. I would like to put some of these. Oh, we'll start with a lowercase later. So I can call all of this fast mobile app. Okay, so fast mobile app, just really fast. And then we can turn off the show for watermark. And then after that, we can just go ahead and then publish the application to the web. You can put your SEO title here, the site description, your page title, put up your favicon and everything here. In fact, you can even connect your custom domain here, all right? So I'm just going to go ahead and click on publish. And then after that, I would just check out my application here in Flutterflow. So this is it. This is our beautiful application that we built within 30 minutes. And then we can just put an email here. So I'll say, I'm gonna just go ahead and put my email here, this, and I'll put a password, all right? And then I'll put a confirm password. And then I'll click and get started. And then if everything works out well, which it will, we should be able to have access to the dashboard of the application. So it says here, Mr. David Rock. So it shows me the email. I can easily click here to log out, and then it brings me back here. But since I've created my account already, I can click here to log in, right? So I'll just click on here and log in. So I'll just click here and log in, and that's it. So now I have created an application in 30 minutes. This application is something you can just go ahead and click here and say download APK. So I'm clicking here already. So it's going to download the application. Yeah, so it's going to download the application. And then after that, you can actually get to install it in your Android device and use it. You can even go ahead and then create an account, authenticate, and all of that. All right. So I hope that you have been able to learn and notice and see that it's very possible to build a mobile application without writing a single line of code using Flutterflow, one of the most powerful no-code instruments that is available right now in this era. Okay, so I would like to wait for just a few seconds just so that we can completely have the web published version of our mobile application to finish executing. Right, so it's currently publishing. Then we can just check out how it looks like on the web, because one of the beautiful things about Flutterflow is that it runs on the Flutter framework, and it also uses the Google Dot programming language. By that, it allows you to have it on a cross-platform scenario, right? So now we have a link that we can click to view our application over the web. So you can build your application such that users can actually access it via their mobile device as a mobile application, and they can also go ahead and access it over the web. Okay, so in a few seconds, see, this is our application, fully responsive and beautiful. Even looks like a web application. This is how beautiful it is. I can even go ahead and then I already created an account, so here I'll just go ahead and sign up, or log in, sorry, just log in, and you will see the same things that we saw on the test mode here is the same thing that we will see over here as well. You see, very, very beautiful, isn't it? Okay, guys, so this is the point where I will hand over the session back to Emmanuel Jacobs, and he will introduce you to the offer that we have for you. And then towards the end, I will talk about something really brief. Okay, I think I could just talk about it right now. Okay, then just to whet your appetite, really. So I've gotten lots of freelancers, like the people that I've trained, because I've trained over 3,000 people how to build mobile and web applications without writing codes. And then they're not learning these things for fun, right? No, they're not. I never learned these skill for fun. I wanted to be able to use it and make money out of it, right? And so that's where the other extra benefit of the course that Emmanuel Jacobs is going to introduce to us is, all right? So the extra peg to the course is that you're going to learn from me how I generate revenue as a Flutter developer, as a Flutter Flow developer, as a mobile app developer, because I know that you're not just learning these skills for fun. You're learning these skills so that you can actually figure out how to make money out of it. For me, right? So I have like a very powerful LinkedIn account, right? So I happen to be like an influencer on LinkedIn, all right? And then it gives me like access to like lots and lots of people always asking me to to build projects for them. So I currently have like 25K plus followers on my LinkedIn, and that gives me access to so much of influence. Like because of that, lots of people always like reach out to me and say, okay, can you build me a mobile application? Can you build me a web application? And that's one of the benefits that I get for having a very powerful LinkedIn account. And so one of the extra things that you're gonna get from jumping on the offer that Emmanuel Jacobs will be giving tonight is that you're going to learn how to also build a very powerful LinkedIn account. I will show you how I created mine, how I write my content such that I can have, my contents reaching 100,000 plus people and 200,000 plus people, which makes me have like massive visibility that gets me really hired. Okay, so I will show you these. This is like an added advantage. Another thing that you're going to learn how to do is you're going to learn how to use this new platform, right? So we created a platform ever since, but we never really launched it. And so I think we are finally really, really ready to launch the No Code Forest platform, because now we have like lots and lots of developers, like Flutterflow developers, and these guys need to start making money out of it. So we created a platform called No Code Forest, and this is the platform that we want you to be able to create an account and post your ready to use no code themes, right? So just pick a particular project. I mean, when you're finished learning, right, you'll be able to pick any particular application, go to Figma, get a design, pick it, build it, and then put it on the No Code Forest. This is owned by the No Code Africa organization, all right? And this is where you will be able to put up all your applications and get people to buy, and you make lots of money out of it, all right? So this is the second benefit. And then the third benefit basically is me introducing you to Upwork and how you can actually get to make like lots of money from it. So I'm just going to hide my like stop sharing briefly, and then I will show you my profile on LinkedIn, on Upwork, and then you will see how much of value, how much of opportunities lies in being a Flutterflow developer that can actually get to freelance on, Upwork, and get to have clients. So I'm going to just show you uh, uh, my Upwork account, and then I will also tell you that if you jump on the offer that Emmanuel Jacobs and myself will be giving you, it will be explained later by Emmanuel Jacobs. You will be able to have access to these opportunities. Okay, so here I'm going to just go ahead and just share my screen again. There were some sensitive things on my screen, so I didn't want to really share that. Okay, so I will share my screen just one more time. And so this is it, right? So this is my profile on Upwork, right? I haven't been freelancing for a long time, right? So I've just done a couple of five jobs, total of 6 hours. This is 1K plus earnings, and that's not even the interesting thing, right? So you basically get to see my ratings, the ratings from clients, right? So, and then the most exciting part is the number of jobs that I have in progress. So I'm currently building a web app, a native mobile application on Flutterflow, iOS and Android. I'm currently working on a SaaS project for a client. I'm working on a Flutterflow no-code app building for consulting firm. All right, I have like 5 jobs in progress. Okay, and this is something that I will show you how to set up your own Upwork account. All right, Upwork account, and begin to freelance on Upwork. I will show you the tactics, the strategy, and how to also generate revenue from your skill as a Flutterflow developer. All right, so if I told you excited about what I have just shared, you've learned so much from what I've also shared. I want you to just pay attention to what Emmanuel Jacobs will be sharing in a couple of seconds from now, and then jump on it immediately. All right, so Emmanuel Jacob, over to you. Over to you, Emmanuel Jacobs.
All right. Thank you so much. And David, can you bring in this slide? Okay, good.
Okay, I should bring in the slide. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. So let's present slides.
All right, guys.
Slides.
Super excited you've been able to stay till this moment. So it's right about time we introduce you to an offer, right? So basically, you have seen for yourself how possible this can be, that you can, at the comfort of your home, build web and mobile applications without coding. And you have seen how David has been able to achieve that within, um, was it is even up to 30 minutes? So if is able to achieve this, as a beginner, you might not be able to navigate through the whole process within 30 minutes, but with time, you definitely get to that particular level, right? So so far, Mr. David has been making a lot of money from this particular skill, and he is quite generous enough to share this opportunity with you, right? So, based on what you have learned so far, I mean, you can just say, okay, 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 I'm able to find out how this is done. Maybe I will just go ahead and practice it. I'll go ahead and do it myself and be able to get clients and make money, right? There is actually one friend who was able to learn how to achieve this. I wish I can get hands on the I wish I can get hands on the this thing, the screenshot of someone who learned from David from YouTube and was able to land his first job on, is it Upwork? David, can I get the screenshot? So he was able to land the work on Upwork, and he made 1,000 plus from building web and mobile applications, and he was able to achieve that for free, right? But we want to give you an opportunity to be part of David's mentorship community, wherein he's going to hold you by the hand and take you through the whole process, right? Having a mentor on a particular field of endeavor is just like taking flight to wherever you want to travel to, right? But choosing to implement everything all by yourself, maybe going through videos on YouTube, Google search, and all those stuff, and trying to apply is can be likened to maybe trekking or using road transportation to travel from probably one country to the other, right? But choosing to work with a mentor, I mean, you are going to feel so confident. You are, it's actually going to help you fasten your learning process, and having someone that you can always rush to ask questions, right? Anytime you are faced with difficulties in any particular field of endeavor is always a plus. I mean, it's always something that will really accelerate your journey. So we want to give you an opportunity to learn from the best. We want to give you an opportunity to learn from David, right? To get results is getting and even get way more better results, right? So with this particular skill, I mean, you could be able to make thousands of dollars, right? You could make thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. So we want to add you to a community where you connect with like minds and also give you an irresistible offer, right? I don't know if you can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, kindly comment below because I think network is kind of messy. Can you see my screen at the moment? If you can see my screen, please kindly indicate.
Okay, so Emmanuel, are you sharing your screen? Because I'm still sharing the
Okay,
slide.
okay, yeah, I mean your slides actually. That's what I'm asking. Okay, I believe the slide is
Okay, yes.
visible. So this is a testimonial of someone who learned from David. Let me just read it out in case it's not that clear from your end. So he said, "Good afternoon, I'm Coach David. I have been one of your students who learned Flutter Flow using your free YouTube videos from No Code Africa." And he said, "I can confidently say that I learned a lot throughout the program and worked on almost all the projects. I worked on Upwork and recently created a project catalog on Flutter Flow and then secured a job of $1,500 yesterday. I would like to know if I can get on a call with you, just like 5 to 10 minutes to have a brief session." Right. So this is a testimonial of someone that learned from a free YouTube video. But we want to give you something more. We want to give you something that is more secure, right? If someone was able to land a job of 1,500 from free videos, right? Free tutorials. I mean, you could be able to achieve something bigger, right? Learning from our coaching program, right? So I'm actually going to take you through the things you are going to learn from this training, the benefits, and all. So please help me flip to the page where I can show them what they will get, right? So I'm just gonna read out the things you are going to be getting if you take this particular training. So you will learn how to download codes to your projects. You will learn, this is valued at $100. You will learn how to publish the mobile application to the web. This is valued at $100. You will learn how to connect to Stripe for payments, that is payment on your application or your maybe your web application or your mobile application, and this is valued at $150. You will learn how to connect to your GitHub repo like traditional developers. This is valued at $350. You will learn about conditional visibility valued at $100. You will learn how to use custom functions to achieve some functionalities on your application. This is valued at $100. Next slide. So also you are gonna learn the best practices for mobile responsiveness. This is valued at $100. You will learn more about Firebase security valued at $300. You will learn how to switch from the Spark plan to Blaze plan in Firebase. This is valued at $450, right? So the total of the things, the benefits of taking this training is $1,750, right? And that is not all. Let me show you other things you are going to learn. So here are other things: front end UI, that is user interface development in Flutter Flow. You are going to learn back end query development in Flutter Flow. You are going to learn payment integration with Stripe, video call functionality, chatting functionality, custom function, conditional visibility, responsive visibility, back-end logic, and Firebase optimization, and this is valued at $700. So if you add up the two benefits, the first one which was $1,750 and the second one which is $700, you are going to see that everything is valued at $2,450, right? But we want to do something crazy, right? We want to do something crazy, and we want to give you an opportunity because we want every single person with or without any skill, right, to jump on this offer, and irrespective of your financial status, we just want it to be affordable for every single person, right? So we have decided to slash down the price from $2,450 to $120, right? But this is kind of still high, but compared to the value you are actually going to gain from this right, is worth more based on the things you are going to be getting, the mentorship, the support, and everything involved. That is why you want to do something crazy actually, and slash down the price to $31 only, right? So this $31, and since it is an insane offer and we don't want to continue like this, so we just want to limit it to 24 hours. So if you take action now, I mean, you're actually going to get it at $31. From now till tomorrow 10 p.m., this offer is gone. And if you make payments like right now, I mean, we are also going to give you a bonus, right? We are going to give you a bonus of application cloning, right? So we are just going to, apart from teaching you how to build web and mobile applications without coding from scratch, we are also going to give you access to for you to just copy and paste, right? The copy and paste is you just pick an already built application and just do a few customization to make it suit your need or the need of your clients. This is actually a bonus for people that are going to take action right away, right? So I know you might be wondering, how can I get this offer? So I'm going to display a WhatsApp number on the screen. So you just message us via this number. And I don't know where you are watching from, but regardless of your country, just type your country country's abbreviation to this WhatsApp number, right? If you are streaming from Ghana or if you are Ghanaian and you want to pay with Ghana cedis, just text the word GH to this number on WhatsApp right away, and you're going to get the payment details, make payment, send proof of payment, and you are going to gain access to the offer and also access to the community where you meet, link up with like minds. I mean, you are going to be getting a lot of vibes, having been in a group where you connect with other people that have already been in the system, people that are cashing out already, people that are getting results. I mean, you're not just going to learn from David alone, you're also going to learn from a newbie that's probably started, let's say, 3 weeks ago, right? And whatever challenges you might be facing, they have all faced it, and it's going to be quite an interesting journey. So we don't want you to miss out, and that is why we have slashed down the price, but it is a limited time offer which is not going to be available once it is 10 p.m. tomorrow. So starting from now, like I said earlier, if you make payments now, you get a bonus, and this bonus is application cloning. So if you are in Nigeria, just type the word GH on the WhatsApp number, and you are going to get a payment details, make payment, and voila, you have secured your slot and you are eligible for the bonus. If you are a Cameroonian, send me the word CM on WhatsApp, and you are going to get payment details. If you are a Kenyan, just type the word KE and you'll get the payment details, make payments, and be a part of this once in a lifetime. So I'm going to myself to give you like now. If you have any questions in regards to this particular offer or what David has been able to teach us so far, it's time for you to ask questions. And for those of you that doesn't have questions and you want to jump on this offer, this is an opportunity for you to send a DM to the number on your screen, and secure your slot like right away. So if you fail to take this offer, I don't know how else we can help you, because I mean, if you want to borrow, you can borrow. There is a wise man that said, I don't know if you know Grant Gordon. He said, empty your pocket into your brain, right? And when you empty your pocket into your brain is going to have your pocket filled, right? So the best investments anybody can do to his or herself is to invest in knowledge or self-investment, because the investment you invest in yourself, you can lose everything. You can lose money, you can lose friends, you can lose all your possessions, but the knowledge you acquire will always be there with you. And I mean, you cannot get this offer anyway. Actually, you can't get it anyway. I mean, a skill that will probably give you money till the day you just say, okay, I'm not going to work for clients again, I'm not going to build web and mobile applications again. So nobody is going to take this particular skill set from you once you know it. I mean, then the next thing is to earn. The next thing is to start making money on a consistent basis. So like I said earlier, okay, yes, I'm getting people indicating interest to jump on this offer. This is quite interesting. So yeah, if you are yet to do so, please message this number on WhatsApp now and jump on this offer. And remember, in the next 24 hours, if you don't take this offer, I'm sorry. It's not my fault, because we have given you a very lengthy time. And taking this offer now, you are going to be eligible to get an application clone that you will just take a whole application and customize it to suit whatever it is you want to build. So jump on this offer now. It's a limited time offer that is not going to last longer than 24 hours. And if you miss it, it's not my fault, it's your fault. And you don't want to end up blaming yourself for not taking this offer. So it's quite affordable to just anybody. $31. If you're Nigerian, you are just going to pay 31,000 naira. Cameroonians, you are just going to pay 22,000 francs. And okay, and which other Kenyans? I think your payment is, I'm not quite sure the exact amount, but just type your country first two digits. You if you are from Uganda, UG. If you are from India, IND. If you are from Cameroon, CM. Ghanaian, GH. Nigerian, NG. Kenyans, KE. Just send the that particular abbreviation to this WhatsApp number. Jump on this offer, and congratulations already. I will see you inside. So it's time for you to ask questions. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to drop it the comments below, and we are going to see how to answer. Okay, someone is saying, I already messaged you, send me the link. Right, you are going to get a response from me. Can this offer be available on Udemy as well? I found Udemy platform easier while learning. That's just downloading videos. Thanks. I'm not sure. David, is there any need to? I don't think this offer is available on Udemy, right?
No.
No. Sorry.
So yeah, so the idea about this particular offer is that it's just something that it's almost like a one-on-one no code session, because what you have on Udemy, right? You don't have access to me. You don't have access to me directly. You don't have access to making inquiries about things just anytime you want to make inquiries, right? You just have access to the course. Okay, so what we're offering here is like very different from that, because you're going to be learning more than you're going to be learning how to build two different mobile applications. All right, and then you're also going to be able to learn how to build your LinkedIn account to get better visibility. You're going to be learning how to freelance on Upwork to get more clients. You're going to be learning so many hacks that will help you get better at no code development, freelancing, generating revenue for yourself with this skill that we are bringing to you. So we can't put this particular value on Udemy, right? So it can only be given to you directly, and that's basically the offer that we have here. So Ms. Emmanuel, please go ahead.
All right. So that is that, and you can't get it on Udemy, right? I mean, this offer is mind blowing, and it's not made available to the public, right? We just want to see how to touch many lives, so we want to make it kind of a private stuff. And like I said earlier, that this $81 offer will last for only 24 hours. And for the people that are going to take action like right now, I promise that you are going to be getting, alongside with this training, you are also going to get an application clone where when you just copy and paste, make some customization, and you are good to go. I mean, life is easy, life is good, like LG. So take action right now to jump on this offer, and don't miss out, because if you miss out, really, you are not going to get this particular training at $31 ever again. You won't. I promise you won't. You won't. And um once it is 10 p.m. tomorrow Nigerian time, 10 p.m. West African time, right? This offer is gone. This is gone, and you will never get it any longer anywhere. So if there is any other question, is there any other platform? What platform do you think to build ship new? Okay, I think David, you have questions. Yes, there are some people that want to pay on installments. Like I said earlier, we want to do this to help as many people as possible, right? So due to this, we are going to give people an opportunity to make deposits just to seize this particular offer. Because once it is 10 p.m., the offer is no longer available to anybody. So the only way you can secure your slots, and if you don't have the complete money at the moment, is to make a deposit. So, and kindly note that deposits are are non-refundable, right? We don't refund deposits, right? So don't pay with the mindset that, oh, if I don't have the complete money, I'll get back my deposits. No. Just if you want to deposit with the mindset that, okay, I've committed this certain amount, and I'm actually going to complete the payment and gain access to the training. So deposits are non-refundable. Once you pay, you just have to complete it to take the offer. So for those who doesn't have the complete money, you can make a deposit, right, of 50% and complete it when you have, right, or let's say in 2 weeks time. Then another condition is that you only gain access to the training once your money is complete. You cannot part pay and ask us to start training you. It doesn't work that way. So these are the terms, right? If you deposit, it's non-refundable. You have to complete your payment, right? Then also, if you have deposited, once you deposit, you will have to wait pending when your money is complete. Then you will have access to the training, the bonus, and everything. So the only way you can secure your slots is to make a deposit if you don't have the complete money at the moment. Right. So send me a DM, Nigerians, NG, Cameroonians, CM, Kenyans, KE, Uganda, UG, um, Guineans, GH, US, just US. Just type these words to this WhatsApp number and get the payment details, make payments, and congratulations. So I'm hoping to see you inside. So I don't know. Do we have any other question? I have any question? Let me shout. Okay. Yes, if you have any question, you can reach out. How long will the training take, and through which platform is the training happen? So, Mr. David, just go through and give answer to the questions.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So the questions here, like question from Andy Chukwu, right? So how long will the training take? How long will the training take place? I think, and through which platform? So the trainings are already pre-recorded trainings, right? So you can learn, at your pace, and then you still have access to me directly where you can actually ask questions. And then after you're done learning, you can now begin to, have access to like the extra benefits, which is the clones of the app, and then the tutorials and trainings on how to grow your LinkedIn accounts to get better visibility, which means getting more clients too. And then later, how to freelance on Upwork and generate revenue as a freelancer, right? So that's like how it is. So, and then we have, okay, so I think Mr. Manuel had already addressed this. Yes, you can make instrumental payment for a few persons, right? And then Oleg asked the question, if I have any question, can I reach out to you? Yes, for basically, this is for people who have actually taken, uh, like actually bought the course, right? Because otherwise, if at all you haven't bought the course, you're going to be paying like around $50 per hour just to get to consult with me, right? So, but if at all you've actually bought the course, you can actually ask me questions anytime, right? So, and then what else? So, okay, so Oleg, you're asking questions about Corporatino iOS style of mobile apps. Yes, this is something that you can always ask me questions about. Okay. Okay, so I think those are all the questions, and I know this is always the point where Mr. Manuel asks me what to find out things that I can say to everyone, right? So for me, I'm someone who takes flying leaps into the unknown. I'm an entrepreneur. I started out as a chemical engineer, right? I studied chemical engineering in my bachelor program, and thereafter I had some, setbacks getting a job uh, because there's a high level of unemployment in my country, right, Nigeria, before I finally left for Russia to study masters in technological entrepreneurship. All right, so I've always been someone who doesn't like. I don't like to wait to think too much about a particular thing. As far as it's not dangerous, right? I take flying leaps into the unknown, and it's one of the ways to describe an entrepreneur or someone who is going to really, really succeed. And that's why I have like a popular phrase that I like saying, which is sharks are born swimming. And it simply means that those who are hungry for success, all right, always come out with predatory instinct to achieve all they desire. Now, it simply means that if at all you're very hungry to take yourself from the present financial states that you found yourself in, or the present states that you see yourself, you don't have a skill yet, and then you're not generating revenue for yourself. So you have to go ahead and look within and discover that predatory instinct within you. It will allow you to be the shark that you are, all right, and it will allow you to, begin seeing the very opportunities that are before your eyes that can change your life. All right. And so Tribe of Enoch has already mentioned that he would like to make payment. So Mr. Manuel will take care of that, right? So uh, I hope that you have actually sent the message to the number on the screen, and then after that, every detail will be sent to you as well. And someone is asking, can I create an app that can work offline and synchronize when it's online using Flutterflow? Every single thing is possible within Flutterflow. It's just that there are some things that you might not be able to implement without writing some custom functions and custom codes. And you shouldn't be worried about it. So the thing is this, Flutterflow is not really it's not really a no code tool per se, it's a low code tool, but you can implement a lot of things without writing a single line of code. But when you begin to dream, right? So when you begin to dream to build applications that is very complex and have some very special features, that's where you need to now somehow integrate custom action, custom function, custom widget, all inside Flutterflow. Okay, and then even if you don't know how to write Flutter and Dart, all right, you can actually get to have access to the codes from ChatGPT. Okay, so I hope that has answered your questions. Oleg is asking question: how focus on custom function actions? So this depends on your project actually. So if I told you I have a project and then you cannot implement them within Flutterflow with the existing widgets and actions, right? That's where you can actually go ahead and then set up custom functions and custom actions. So I think to answer that question quickly, I can just quickly present. Let me just share my screen briefly, like really brief in just within 30 seconds. All right. So we have this is Flutterflow application itself. So if you want to go ahead and set up, like maybe there are some things that you cannot achieve with the existing widgets and actions in Flutterflow, you can add custom code. Either it's a function or a widget or an action. All right. And then the way it works is that you can actually go ahead and let's say you want to add a custom function. This is your custom function window where you write the code. And then there is even a code pilot where you can actually ask the AI code assistant, you can just type something here, and then it will generate the code for you and show you here. And then after that, you can actually go ahead and test it and implement it within your Flutterflow application. But of course, you need expert guidance for you to be able to understand how all of this works. And that's one of the things, one of the reasons why you need to go ahead and jump on the offer. Okay. All right. So this is where give it back to Emmanuel to close the session for us. So, okay, I think there's another question here. Uh, HSK Hasib is asking how much is the cost. So the cost is $31, right? Yeah, $31. And so to get it, you just need to go ahead and send a message to this WhatsApp number. That's Emmanuel Jacobs' number. And he will give you access to, he will give you the links to make payments. And thereafter, you will have access to the courses. Okay. Okay, so someone is asking a question here. So I have a request. Next time, can you please create a paid course on how to create an app where users can book flights? So yes, I will create a course on this. Okay, it's actually a very beautiful application. I would like to build it and then put it up for everyone to learn. So yes, Oleg is asking. So it's 31 US cost. Yes, it is. It's just 31 USD. All right. Yeah, so you can just send a message to Emmanuel. Emmanuel will, give you the payment gateways you can use in making payment to have the course. Thereafter, you have access to the links to get the content resources. Okay. All right. So that will be all from me. So over to you, Emmanuel.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you so much once again. So, guys, we've come to the end of this session. Like I said earlier on, that this offer is a limited time offer. I mean, it's something we don't want to keep for a long time because we don't want people to get it after tomorrow because it's ridiculously cheap. $31 is ridiculously cheap compared to the value you are going to be getting in exchange. Aside that, I mean, the support, the access, and everything is all you need to accelerate your no coding journey, right, to building web and mobile applications and making money, right? So it's an offer you don't really need to think twice than to jump on it. And even if you don't have the time to implement what you are going to learn, like right away, I mean, it's just an opportunity that you don't want to miss out. Just take the course and you can learn when you are ready, even if you are not ready now. Because I'm saying this because this offer is a limited time offer, and once it is 10 p.m. West African time tomorrow, the offer is gone. And if you miss it, you are gonna miss it for life. I mean, you won't get it any other time at this cheaper rate. So the total value of what we are going to be giving you is, $2,450, right? And normally, just to make this training accessible to people, we usually sell the course at $120, right? But since we want more people to take advantage of this particular offer, to learn how to build and learn how to make money, learn how to position yourself in the marketplace and get results, we are keeping it at $31. If you miss it, it's gonna pain you so much. If you miss it, I mean, you might end up regretting that you saw an opportunity where you can get um course like this for as low as $31. And I don't want to say more. So if you're in Nigeria, and just type NG to this WhatsApp number on WhatsApp right now. Cameroonians that CM, Guineans type GH, Kenyans KE, US, and which Uganda type UG, Indians type IND. So that's all from me at the moment, and I'm hoping to see you inside. I'm waiting to congratulate you once you have made payments. So for those that wants to part pay, okay, for those that wants to part
So
pay, you can obtain your part payment, and you are going to gain access to the training once your money is completed. Thank you, and do have a wonderful night to rest. So David, do you have anything to say? You wanted to answer a question, right?
yes. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. This was an amazing session. Like it's one of the most beautiful sessions that we've actually had in a long time. And so, yeah, there's a question here from Hasib. There are lots of people here who have gotten the courses before. So the extra thing that you're getting on these is the fact that you're going to learn how to grow your visibility on LinkedIn, all right? And you're also going to learn how to freelance and generate income as a photo flow developer from Upwork, right? I'm going to share my tactics and strategies with you. This is something that I will never share. In fact, I won't even create a course on it. Yeah, because it's like way too valuable, right? And then so if at all you already have the course, you've gotten the courses before, all right, so you can actually learn these as well. And then I think I've actually had like 3 courses, really 3 no code paid courses, so you can also get like the third one alongside with the knowledge on how to build your LinkedIn and freelance on Upwork and all of that. All right, so this was the response that I gave to Hasib. And then yes, so Oleg, I don't understand your question. So the idea is actually, if at all you're interested in getting the course, you just need to send a WhatsApp message to the number on this screen. All right, I had already dropped it also as a comment. So you just send a message to that WhatsApp number, and then you will be presented with the payment details. All right. For me, it's a thank you and thank you and thank you for being a part of the webinar, and thank you very much, Mr. Manuel.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your audience. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for engaging. I mean, that was super fantastic to hear from you all. And thank you for all the questions. The engagement is quite massive. We really do appreciate that. So we hope to see you some other times. And yes, we are rooting for you and we want you all to succeed in the tech space. So make sure you don't take this offer for granted, as it is a limited time offer that is not going to be there again once it's 10 p.m. West African time tomorrow. So I hope to see you inside, and good night. Thank you, Mr. David, for the opportunity to work with you on this. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you very much, Manuel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You've been super fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's have a lovely day. It could be night at your end. It could also be a day at your end. So just enjoy your time. All right, and don't forget to take advantage of the opportunity that we have shared, because this is something that can actually change your life. It changed mine. It can change yours. In fact, it will change yours too. Have a great time, everyone, and bye for now.